Because in football, if you win, your manager's the best manager in the world to the press, your players are the best players, and your trainer's very good. But if you lose, your manager's no good, your players are no good, and your trainer's no good. And that's what affects everything.
Every Saturday afternoon during the season, over 250,000 people watch football in the Black Country. Around Birmingham alone, 4 First Division clubs claim the regular support of some 100,000 people. The success and appeal of these clubs to the supporters depends on their team. So every weekday morning at Spring Road Training Ground, the 15 men who comprise the first team of West Bromwich Albion prepare themselves for the match at the end of the week.
Well done, lads, well done. Come on, Chip. Come on, son. Come on, Mick. Come on, Mick. That's it, leave it there. Come on, Bob. Your turn. Go, Bob, go. Go. Go on, Keith. Go on, Keith. Go on, Keith. You've got him. You've got him. Come on, Derek. Come on, Stan. Harder. Harder. Come on, Chip. Harder! Go on, Bobby! Harder!
How many brothers he got?
A player's career only lasts some 15 years before injury or lack of stamina make it impossible for him to continue. Physical fitness is vital, and a lot of training time is spent keeping fit. A player's health affects his game, and to stay a first-team player, you have to be good, the best that's available to the club. Every club has its reserves waiting their chance to prove themselves, so you've got to work hard to keep on top.
Well, you get your second wind.
That's what he said, that was.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what did me on the first. John said we were going to do 3, and we finished up doing 4. And you pace yourself for 3, and then you've had it for the last one.
The only way you can get the ball off him, Don, is to foul him.
Bob said they were going to let him go for 12,000. Well, if they're going to let him go for £12,000.
Who's that?
Oh, you're a good player.
You're a good player. We're talking about players, Chuck, not good players.
He's
a centre forward. Oh, we've got a day off tomorrow. All right, let's just come away. Yeah? That's the place you want to go, right? On the other road. Yeah. Okay, there, start again. Right?
All you do in football is, buddy, get changed, get bloody changed. You get up in the morning, you put your clothes on, you come to the ground, you take them off. You put them back on again, and you go home, take them off again.
too bad.
Listen,
there's no ball.
Get up, have your tea.
You know why the church at the bottom of the church?
Can you recommend Chip a good church who wants to get married?
Are you having melon then, Chip?
Yeah.
Hey? No, I'm going to have a look at it this afternoon. I'm going to have a look at the cars down there as well.
West Bromwich?
No, downtown. Down Bromsgrove Street in Birmingham. They got great cars in there. They got great cars in there, are they? Oh, I know. There's a traffic light.
Yeah.
And they're on the left-hand side.
Well, last time he says we had our day off Saturday.
They've got a place there and they've got a further along.
No, the boss, you can't get near the boss, can you? Yes, well, we lost Saturday, see, so that cancelled Monday off. Well, I think we ought to, though.
The chat in the dressing rooms is usually about players and cars and money, things that have status and mean a lot in this world.
Next to me, Dave, you're the full man's down. This housewarming party, young lady, now, Dave. Sure, Dad.
I'll have a little do.
Well, I mean, you got to invite me, Dave. Bloody hell, I'll play all the records.
We haven't even got a record radiogram, Ali.
You don't need
one. We haven't even got a
You don't need
radiogram.
one yet.
Hey, listen, I think we're having
I bet you got a... Hey, have you got a double bed there? That's the main thing.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, son. Yes, straight away. Straight away. Would you sign those lads?
I haven't got a radiogram either.
Yeah, son, sign that one. I wish that was for £1 million. Jackie, sign that song, will you?
What's this 8th request in the paper? 8th here. Come on, Stuart.
Training starts at 10 in the morning and usually finishes at midday. And if you aren't injured and having treatment, the rest of the day is yours.
Hopeless. Hopeless.
Bobby Robson and Davy Burnside come from the country, and they like to get out in the open as often as they can. To the north of West Bromwich is the factory complex of Wolverhampton and Dudley. To the south, Birmingham City. And these centres blend into a sprawling industrial area. So the fairways of Sandwell Park Golf Course make a pleasant change, and after morning training, Bobby and Davy often do 18 holes together. Bobby Robson is an experienced England player. Davy Burnside is still improving. But Stuart Williams, at 32, is the oldest playing member of the club. He has to think about retirement and his wife and child, and what to do about them. He lives in a clubhouse, and when he's too old to play, he will have to move and begin a new life for himself. To this end, he's just started a job as a representative selling machine tools for a wholesaler in the district.
So, in a few days' rest, you know.
Very nice too. Can't do that in this line, you know. Still, we'll leave football alone for a bit so we can get down to business.
Yeah, okay.
Well, now, this type of cut...
Players don't find it difficult to pick up some kind of job. Being well-known personalities, they have an advantage. Stuart can usually get in to see buyers when he wants to. But he finds it difficult to start again and learn a new trade at his age. Do it he must, as must all, when the time comes.
But either will do, whichever's available.
Yeah, well, I think that'll be all right. I don't know whether we actually got any in stock, but I think we can get them within 7 days, something like that.
Come on, Stephen. Kick the ball back to Daddy. Come on, Stephen. That's it. But you don't fall over. Kick it to Daddy. Good. That's it. Good boy.
Don Howe is married with 2 children. David is too young to move from his cot, but Stephen is just about old enough now to enjoy a game of football.
Bring Stephen. Come on.
Don's at the peak of his career, and at 26 can look forward to 6 or 7 good playing years.
Quick, drink. All gone. Come on, there's a good lad. Ooh, come on. Time for bed. Oh, you've played nice today, haven't you? Come on now.
If you're the centre of attention, the temptation is always to spend money. But Don and Paula have been prudent and put all their savings into a house which they've bought on the outskirts of Wolverhampton, near both their families. The town where Alec Jackson comes from boasts little in the way of entertainment. The local iron foundry runs a social club for its staff, and most evenings Alec goes there with his uncle Len to play snooker or a game of darts.
Bit of brine here. The bunny to basket.
Oh, I get it in now, bunny.
Don't want to keep.
It's useless to say. Oh, I get it in now, Bill. I can get him, Bill, shit. I'll just live my life.
Moulders run in generations, and the people Alec grew up with have always been connected with the ironworks. But wearing foreign clothes and owning a car, Alec isn't liked as much as he used to be, and he feels he's lost touch with what he knew.
Have you got your ticket for Saturday? Of course I wouldn't miss that match.
Well now, gentlemen, this scheme has added something like 3,500 seats to our accommodation. It will be appreciated by the supporters who, for a few seasons now, have thought it was time they left the terraces.
Once a week, in the strict privacy of the panelled boardroom at the Hawthorns, the Albion's directors meet to deliberate on the club's policy.
Now, Archie, I'd like you to give your views of last Saturday's match for the benefit of the directors who were not present.
Their chairman is Major H. Wilson Keyes, whose father was chairman before him. Apart from the secretary, the only other employee present is the team manager, Archie Macaulay. It's his job to provide the successes that the supporters demand and to answer to the board for the team's performance.
Derek Kevin scored 2 of our goals. I thought we were a wee bit lucky. Their goalkeeper made mistakes, but after that it seemed to be one-way traffic. And in the circumstances, I recommend that we play the same side for the next league game.
Right, well, thank you, Archie. Now, gentlemen, have you any observations?
Yes, there was one small point, Major. But you know, I was not here on Saturday. Archie, I would like to know how the boy went at outside left.
Well, Mr. Grunt, I thought he played quite well. His overall display was quite satisfactory. As you know, he's quite a young lad. He's lacking in experience.
The directors of West Bromwich Albion have been connected with the club for many years. They're all wealthy businessmen well known in the district. They control the club's affairs, and theirs are the final decisions.
Back on the outside, he was inclined to play inside and cross with his right foot, and his crosses were going straight to the goalkeeper, which in itself was rather poor, and putting our own forwards at a disadvantage. Now, in the second half, after half-time, with a little bit of advice, the boy got down to brass tacks, and he was beating the back and getting quite a considerable amount of success. His weakness, I would say, after he created a position, was that his crosses were...
The first thing they think about up here is gatekeepers, the money. Well, it's the players they want to look after.
Never mind about other days, we're talking.
The Albion board meets once a week, but down the road there's a cafe run by Ted Sanford, who played in the cup-winning team of 1931. Here the regulars air their opinions and sort the club out in their own way.
Possibly built of 4 or 5 pretty good football.
But Don Howe, right,
I know.
He's sacrificing his English cap.
But
wait a bit. Why sacrifice him? Sacrifice the chap's cap. How he's been playing. He's been tipped by all your papers, your Sunday papers, your leading journalists, and they go and put him right half. It's like taking the sugar out of a bloke's tea when he ain't looking.
Mind you, I will admit this, that the strength isn't in the half-back line.
He's been here 5 months. He's done nothing. There's Albie, for instance. Looks like losing him.
No, you've got to use your class players, haven't you?
Class? I believe that he's class. He's class on his own.
In that case, if you feel that, well, why not put him in against West Ham?
Put him right half. It's ridiculous to put him right half. They got enough reserves up here, as they've had. They've been doing well in the Central League side. And if the reserve isn't in the first team at 22, you may as well have him out of it, because he's finished. It's too late then.
Now, tomorrow we've made changes. Don, you're coming up to the wing half. Young Bobby, you're on it right back. Young Bob, I hope, coming inside forward. Now, the reason for that is, lads, over the past 4 months, right, we felt that our best team was the one that we were putting out, and we showed our faith and loyalty in you lads. Over the last month, there's been a sort of deterioration in the play of certain individuals, and I feel that we've got to bring in some of the young reserve lads to give them a chance to prove themselves. That's the reason for the changes. To me, I think we're just fated to lose points, and that's the run we're going through. But the bit that gets me on top of that, when a game takes a turn that way, lo and behold, we've got 2 or 3 of our boys there that get into their shell there, and it takes you quarter an hour there before you start fighting back again. And during that quarter an hour spell, another team come in and thump you, and you're finished. No matter how a game goes, you still got to keep fighting, lads. The game's never lost till the last whistle, and there's no excuse for backing it in. We're in a position now that points are absolutely vital. And it's up to every man, Jack, that goes into that first team to give all he's got. That's the one thing I keep asking, 100% effort for 90 minutes. That's what I ask of you fellas tomorrow, because we're all in the same boat. We must get points, right? And we've got to start tomorrow. Now, as far as the tactical plan for tomorrow's concerned, 2 fullbacks, don't forget Stu and Bobby. When we're attacking up in front of you, follow up your opposite wing man, so as if it comes to him, you're in immediate contact with him. Alec Jackson, come back the deep, so as to pull the fullback. Keith Smith then will operate right through the middle with Derek Kevin, and also to come round behind the fullback. Alec Chippy Clark there, he'll just do the orthodox wing play. Right? Now, we'll elaborate on this further immediately before the game tomorrow, but there is the overall sort of plan at the moment.
After a Friday team talk, there's nothing left to do but wait for the match and wonder how you'll go.
Did you go to the game last night, Gordon?
No, I didn't, Derek.
Oh, it was a very poor game, really, wasn't it? Style F, George Parry, Style H, Bill Bates, gate B7, Harry Mansell, gate C4, Bert Greenway, gate C5, Jack Evans, gate B2, Cyril Tongue, gate D2. Right, Mr. Mills, gate B1.
After 2 beats. After 2. There's something about football that really grips. And you can feel the tension, like Dave Kevin for a quarter of an hour before the game is forever talking. He's trying to release some of this nervous tension inside himself, so he keeps chatter, chatter, chatter. Clive Clark can't find his boots. He knows where they are really, but somehow he just can't put his hands on them. And then you go out onto the field and the game goes for you and you score goals and you're very pleased and you come in after a good win and everybody's pleased and happy. And a disappointment of losing. You don't want to lose. And even when the goals go against you, you've still got this feeling. I think you can get a kick out of being nervous, you know, when it's all over. You don't want to feel nervous. When you are, you're nervous, it's all over, and then you feel as though you've been through something decent and good. I always wanted to be a footballer. I've always enjoyed playing football, and I always shall enjoy playing football. But I realise at 30-odd it's going to finish, and what's going to happen then? If I had my time again, I'd go through it all again. I wouldn't change it. I don't know any footballer who would. I think you'd find that if you went along to Archie Macaulay, Joe Mercer, Stan Cullis, they'd just say the same. They'd all go through it again. Marvellous. They'd even pay to go through it again.
the ball across, Alex.